Alright guys, a 7 to 6 week out update. So what have we been doing this week? We've been doing heaps of shit actually, so yeah, tripping around. I think we've pretty much covered most of Phuket.
Across the days we have,
in the scooter. Like right around the coast both ways.
We're talking like our missions most days,
Oh, heaps longer. Heaps longer. Whole half day missions, just sort of checking out all the areas, so that's been real cool. There's a little bit of footage of a beautiful little beach called Nai Han in the video today, so
real cool. It was totally different. Well, it's totally different than your touristy areas, like where we're staying.
Yeah, it was real fitnessy too. It was like
a lot of older people.
Yeah, there was kind of like a little lake thing that sort of ran in from the sea, and everyone was running around it, and it was kind of quiet, way more low key, but still like just real beautiful, and yeah, so that was real cool. Training's been staying the same as far as the 2 days on, 1 day off split.
Working pretty well.
Doing the different days, the moderate, the low, and then the refeed, so that's been going pretty good too. And we did put food up from 8 weeks to 7 weeks because of the output, so that's...
And it worked the week before too, with putting the food up and adding extra cardio, so
yes,
we did that.
So we had two massive drops. So last week we weren't so, like, obviously we're still pushing forward with the fat burning, but we kind of did something a little bit different with our food, and a couple days before we did our testing we decided to load up on the carbs a bit to see what the sort of change in fullness and stuff was like for when we did the photos, and both of us were nearly up a couple of kilos. However, all our sights and that type of thing were pretty much still tight as, like, it was just a bigger, fuller sort of version of ourselves basically, so the glycogen was nice and full, and that's kind of cool to see too, because obviously depending on the foods and that type of thing and the look that you're trying to achieve, these are things that we can apply now and get a little bit of a gauge for, and then reapply come comp day or 2 days out and that type of thing, and sort of you kind of know or you can predict
the effects they're going to have on your body too,
Yep, just sort of.
It's not all one and the same.
Yeah, so it's and just try and we'd sort of stuck with the same sort of foods that we've been doing. Our next refeed we're kind of trying to change things up a bit, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, that was sort of that kind of went sort of to plan anyway. So the cardio's been definitely hard on the body. I think I mentioned just before we came away, I sort of tweaked my lower back a bit when I was doing some deadlifts. That hasn't really got any better, so I haven't been doing any heavy deadlifting, squatting or anything like that, so had to change training hard out to suit that, which has been good. It's always kind of a blessing in disguise, like it kind of gets me a bit down and sort of guts me a bit when I can't keep smashing those real heavy lifts and that type of thing, but then when you have to change and take a different direction, then all of a sudden your muscles are just really sore, and it's like, fuck, why was I pushing so hard, and why didn't I learn again that I should have buttoned off and changed, like the program. It's always when a program's going so good that you just keep pushing for that little bit more, and then something gives. That's what seems to happen to me anyway.
It's when we would normally tell clients, yep, it's time to change.
Yeah.
And we said that last time too, like it was the week before we were meant to change the program that
it was
that
time to have a
happened.
change. Yeah,
That
so.
you pulled your back.
Mm.
But yeah,
But the cardio, like especially the beach cardio and that type of thing,
it's brutal.
just the jarring on, you know, your
The soft
hips
sand
and
too,
that
though.
type of thing. Yeah, it's
it
really
makes it
kind
real
of
hard.
hard. And we started doing some sprint training, and then I tweaked my hamstring, and that was awesome. So it was back to more steady state.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
cardio alone for the next week or so.
so we just bumped it up a little bit, just threw in an extra 20-minute session. So it's only, 60 minutes a day, 5 to 6 days a week, and so that seems to be doing its job and keeping everything tight and sort of keeping us underway. So yeah. What else? Today we went and made the most of the dental system here, and both got teeth cleaned. So consults and teeth cleaned for less than, well, probably, yeah, we're just about half of what a consult is back home.
Yeah.
And the dentist she did an amazing job. They were
real nice.
super helpful, super informative. Talked you through everything she was doing. She knew exactly, as she'd tell you, it's going to be a little bit painful here when she was hitting certain spots, and she was spot on. So
it was good, because dentists back home, I hate going to the dentist. They're scary. You go there and expect to be in a lot of pain, and yeah, they're just generally not very nice talkative people. But she was real good, eh?
it was cool too, yeah, because Nicola contacted them yesterday. And then last night they got back to us with a booking and sort of yep, cool, come in. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and both of us got we both went up at the same time and grab a seat, sit down, blah blah blah, jump in the chair, and then boom, straight into it, no mucking around. And
cool too, because Thailand gets a bit of a bad rap for being a little bit dirty and oh fuck, I wouldn't go there and get that done or whatever the procedure might be. But it was cool, I did mine first, and then they cleaned everything down, they sanitised everything, they replaced all of the utensils, and it's cool that we could see it before they started with you, eh?
Yeah, just stuff you kind of expect.
Yeah, well.
But they were just really super efficient and professional. So
We'll be doing it every time we come
definitely, 100%. Yeah, but that's about it, really, eh?
To be honest, this week has probably been the first week it's kind of hit me mentally a little bit. Right? It's been really, I don't know, I suppose because we've been really busy too, which is awesome, and being here's been great, but they have been hectic long days, so the energy by the end of the day,
just tapped out, eh?
Pretty much, yeah. It gets to the point, I just want to go to sleep. I'd be pretty happy to do that right now.
Yeah. But I suppose that's the way it goes, and it's hot, and you're out on the bike. The bike's hard out, man, on your back and your core, and 3 or 4 hours on a scooter it takes it out of you. It's exhausting, and just being sort of super aware of what's going on around you on the road too is really exhausting. So you're kind of watching in front, behind, left, right, everywhere, because people just come out of everywhere. We've definitely been on more dangerous roads. Bali was fucking horrendous.
Yeah, it was way worse.
Way worse.
We were talking about it the other day. It's one of the only areas in the world where red doesn't mean stop, and green doesn't really mean go, and orange doesn't really mean anything either.
It's random, eh?
Yeah.
So the lights are flashing red, flashing.
So you stop, and
everyone's
is tooting
what
at
the
you,
fuck
why
are you
have you
up to?
stopped as they're driving past you?
It's okay, cool, sweet, I'll keep rolling.
Yeah.
Or then you'll come over a hill and everyone's just sitting at the lights, and we're stopping for these ones, sweet. And some people just keep going, and
it's interesting.
but the funny thing we were saying too is there's all this sort of shit going on the roads, but no one's nutting out or fucking throwing a wobbly at each other.
No, nobody's seen that many crashes.
Nah, and I haven't seen really any sort of crashes, any incidents.
No.
I'd assume there is
Yeah, there'd be
a lot. There's bound to be 3 or 4 people on a scooter is definitely not safe, and people are on their phones, like jammed up, like driving the scooter on the phone and shit like that. But I don't know. I just fucking love it. Like it's awesome. It's exciting. It keeps you on your toes. It's fun, and yeah, cool. Yeah, we will check in again next 6 weeks out. Everything's sort of starting to come into that tail end now, and we're just going to keep smashing it, and
we're getting close to coming home,
getting it done, and not far away from coming home, and more stuff to look forward to when we come home, and then push right through to showtime. So cool. We will talk to you all soon. If you're looking any info, jump on our website, dynamicnutrition.co.nz. Everything's there. Articles, videos, training videos, supplements, you name it, it's there. And check it out, and talk soon. Cheers, guys.